Every year, millions of people around the world come together to celebrate one of the most significant cultural events on the planet, Chinese New Year. But what exactly makes this celebration so special? What ancient traditions and beliefs have carried this event into the present, transforming it into a worldwide phenomenon? Chinese New Year isn't just about fireworks, dragon dances, or feasts. It's a celebration deeply rooted in history, culture, and family. In this video, we will delve into the timeless origins and fascinating evolution of this beloved tradition. From its beginnings as an agricultural festival to its modern-day role as a global celebration of unity, prosperity, and renewal, Chinese New Year continues to shape the present in ways you might not expect. As we journey through the rich history of this festival, we'll discover how its rituals have evolved over time, and why, even today, the holiday plays a significant role in shaping the lives of millions. By examining its deep cultural significance, we'll also uncover how this ancient celebration continues to resonate in modern times, both in its home country of China and across the globe. As we uncover the history of the holiday and its rituals, we will see how the past continues to shape the way people live and celebrate. So, how did Chinese New Year begin, and what deeper meanings lie beneath its festive surface? Let's begin by exploring its ancient origins and discovering what makes this holiday so unique. Chinese New Year, also known as the Lunar New Year or Spring Festival, traces its origins back more than 4,000 years. Initially, the festival was closely tied to ancient agricultural practices, marking the end of winter and the beginning of spring. In ancient China, the New Year was not simply a time for celebration, but also a time to honor the gods, spirits, and ancestors, praying for prosperity in the coming year. These ancient roots in agriculture are a reminder of the strong connection that early Chinese society had to the land and the cycles of nature. The Chinese lunar calendar, which is based on the cycles of the moon, played a central role in this celebration, signaling the end of winter and the beginning of a new agricultural cycle. The timing of Chinese New Year varies each year since it follows the lunar calendar, unlike the fixed dates of the Western New Year. This means that Chinese New Year typically falls between January 21st and February 20th, which is different from the solar-based Gregorian calendar we use today. But how did the ancient customs evolve over time? Early on, Chinese New Year was deeply intertwined with agricultural life, but over the centuries, it became a time not just for celebrating the harvest but also for honoring the deities and ancestors who were believed to influence prosperity. This shift laid the foundation for many of the customs that still define Chinese New Year today. The transition from agricultural rituals to cultural practices helped create a celebration that still thrives in modern times, blending the past with the present. One of the most enduring legends associated with Chinese New Year is the myth of Nian, a fearsome beast believed to emerge on the eve of the new year to terrorize villages. According to ancient Chinese lore, Nian would come down from the mountains to attack people, especially children, and destroy their homes. But the people soon discovered that Nian was afraid of three things: the color red, loud noises, and fire. This myth became the foundation for many of the traditions we associate with Chinese New Year today. The use of red decorations, loud firecrackers, and fireworks all stem from the belief that these elements could ward off evil spirits, including Nian. Red is considered an auspicious color in Chinese culture, symbolizing luck, prosperity, and protection. As a result, red lanterns, banners, and clothing have become a hallmark of the celebrations. Firecrackers and fireworks are also used to scare away any lingering evil spirits and to bring in good luck for the year ahead. This myth not only shaped the visual aesthetics of Chinese New Year but also influenced the way the holiday is celebrated. The imagery of the Nian monster is now central to many of the festive activities, such as the dragon and lion dances that are commonly seen during Chinese New Year celebrations. These dances, performed to the sounds of drums and cymbals, are meant to imitate the battle against Nian, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. The story of Nian continues to influence Chinese New Year today, even though its original meaning may seem distant to the modern generation. The use of red, firecrackers, and symbolic dances has transcended the legend, becoming beloved traditions that connect the past with the present. But how did these customs evolve further, and what other practices became synonymous with this grand celebration? Let's take a look at how these ancient traditions have shaped modern Chinese New Year celebrations. At its core, Chinese New Year is a family holiday. This celebration is as much about honoring your ancestors as it is about reuniting with your loved ones. The tradition of family reunions is one of the most cherished aspects of the holiday. Across China, as well as in Chinese communities around the world, the days leading up to Chinese New Year are marked by one of the largest human migrations in the world, the Spring Festival travel rush. Millions of people make their way home to spend time with their families, no matter the distance. It is a time to come together and renew family bonds, regardless of how far apart people may be. The reunion dinner on the eve of Chinese New Year is considered the most important meal of the year. Families gather to share a feast, symbolizing unity, prosperity, and the start of a new year. The food served during this meal is rich in symbolism. Dumplings are believed to bring wealth, fish represents abundance, and sticky rice cakes symbolize progress and success. Each dish holds significance in wishing for a prosperous year ahead. But have you ever wondered why food plays such a vital role in these celebrations? Food is not just nourishment, it's a way of sharing blessings, passing on good fortune, and showing love and respect. As families enjoy their meals, they also engage in rituals meant to bring good luck and happiness. One such tradition is the giving of red envelopes, or hongbao, filled with money, typically given to children or unmarried adults. This practice symbolizes passing on good fortune and blessings for the year ahead. It's a gesture that reflects the importance of family and the desire to see loved ones thrive. Family gatherings are not just a time for eating and exchanging gifts. They are a way of reaffirming one's connection to the past, to the ancestors who came before, and to the generations that will follow. But what happens after the reunion dinner? How do the festivities unfold in the days that follow? The next part of the celebration takes the customs and traditions to new heights, marking the beginning of a fresh start for families and communities alike. After the reunion dinner, the first day of Chinese New Year holds immense significance. This day is all about new beginnings and laying the foundation for a prosperous year ahead. It is a time for renewal, for sweeping away bad luck from the previous year, and for ushering in good fortune and fresh opportunities. On this day, many Chinese households partake in cleaning rituals, sweeping the floors and dusting off their homes. However, it's important to note that this is done before the New Year's arrival. Once the first day begins, no sweeping or cleaning is allowed, as it is believed that doing so would sweep away the good fortune and luck that has just arrived. Families also gather to visit the homes of friends, relatives, and elders. These visits are meant to strengthen social bonds, bring blessings to one another, and celebrate the joy of being together. In some regions, children go from door to door, wishing their neighbors and elders a happy new year and receiving small gifts or hongbao in return. These gestures create a sense of community and connection, reinforcing the importance of family and friendship. Did you know that different regions in China have their own unique ways of celebrating the first day of the new year? For example, in some places, people eat special foods, such as Nian, sticky rice cake, or Tongyuan, sweet rice balls, both of which symbolize unity, family, and togetherness. Other traditions may include wearing new clothes to symbolize a fresh start or visiting temples to pray for good fortune in the coming year. But the first day of Chinese New Year is just the beginning of a series of customs and practices that span over 2 weeks of festivities. What are some of the most exciting and unexpected celebrations that take place as the holiday progresses? Let's explore how the festive spirit continues to build throughout the celebration. The Lantern Festival, which marks the 15th and final day of Chinese New Year celebrations, is one of the most visually stunning and culturally rich events in the entire holiday. This festival symbolizes the conclusion of the New Year festivities, but it also marks the beginning of a new cycle, signaling the return of spring and the start of a new agricultural year. During this festival, people gather in the streets to admire and light lanterns, often in the shape of animals, flowers, and other symbolic figures. The lanterns are lit to guide spirits and ensure good fortune in the coming year. But how did this spectacular tradition come to be? The Lantern Festival traces its origins back more than 2,000 years to the Han Dynasty, when the emperor ordered that lanterns be lit to honor Buddha. Over time, the practice became more widespread, evolving into the grand spectacle that we see today. The lanterns themselves come in a variety of shapes, colors, and sizes, with each one symbolizing a different aspect of Chinese culture and belief. In addition to lantern displays, the Lantern Festival is also known for its dragon and lion dances, traditional performances, and delicious food, such as tang yuan, sweet rice balls, which symbolize family unity and happiness. As the lanterns fill the sky, the atmosphere is one of joy, renewal, and a sense of community. The festival is not only about looking forward to the new year but also about celebrating the rich cultural heritage that has been passed down through generations. Have you ever wondered what the symbolic meaning behind the colorful lanterns and lights really is? These illuminations are believed to bring light and clarity, dispelling the darkness and uncertainty that may have clouded the past year. By lighting these lanterns, people honor their ancestors, seek guidance for the future, and reinforce the importance of family and tradition. But Chinese New Year is more than just a set of rituals. It's a powerful reminder of the connections that bind generations together. It's a celebration of culture, family, and history that continues to influence the way people live and celebrate across the world. So, as we reflect on the rich history of this celebration, how do these ancient traditions continue to shape modern-day China and other countries with large Chinese populations? Let's take a look at the global impact of Chinese New Year and how it's celebrated far beyond its cultural origins. While Chinese New Year began as a deeply rooted Chinese tradition, its influence has extended far beyond China's borders, becoming a global celebration. With millions of Chinese immigrants spreading across the world over the centuries, the Lunar New Year is now celebrated in countries all over Asia, as well as in cities with large Chinese populations, such as New York, London, and Sydney. In fact, Chinese New Year is a public holiday in countries like Singapore, Malaysia, and Taiwan, with festivities lasting for several days. In many cities, parades, festivals, and cultural performances take over the streets. Dragon dances, lion dances, and fireworks light up the skies, attracting not only Chinese communities but people of all nationalities eager to experience the vibrant cultural display. Chinese New Year has become a time for people to come together, regardless of their background, and celebrate the universal values of family, renewal, and hope for the future. What's particularly fascinating is how the essence of Chinese New Year has been adapted and transformed in different parts of the world. In countries like the United States, where the Chinese population represents only a small percentage of the total population, the celebrations are often accompanied by multicultural influences. In major cities such as San Francisco, the celebration is a blend of traditional Chinese customs with local American elements, creating a unique fusion of cultures that reflects both the past and the present. This blending of traditions is a testament to the power of culture to transcend borders and bring people together. But what has made Chinese New Year such a versatile holiday? How has it evolved to fit into different societies while retaining its core traditions? Let's take a closer look at how these celebrations have adapted and become a part of the global cultural landscape. While Chinese New Year is celebrated worldwide, it holds particular significance in modern-day China. In fact, it is the most important holiday of the year for many people. The modern version of Chinese New Year may seem like a far cry from its ancient agricultural origins, but its core values remain unchanged: family, renewal, and prosperity. In contemporary China, the holiday has taken on new dimensions. With the rapid pace of urbanization and modernization, many people have moved away from their rural hometowns to work in the bustling cities. Chinese New Year is often the only time of year when families can reunite, making it an even more emotional and meaningful occasion. The importance of the Spring Festival travel rush cannot be overstated, as millions of workers travel back to their villages to be with their families. The rush is not only a logistical challenge but also a deep expression of the importance of family ties in Chinese culture. In modern China, Chinese New Year celebrations are not just about ancient customs, but also about embracing modernity. The holiday has seen a rise in technology-driven traditions, such as sending digital, hongbao, red envelopes, through apps like WeChat. These digital versions of the traditional red envelopes have revolutionized the way people give and receive blessings, blending old and new in a way that reflects China's rapidly changing society. Did you know that despite the modernization of the holiday, many traditional practices are still followed? Families continue to gather for the reunion dinner, and local temples hold grand celebrations to pray for good fortune. Yet, technology has added a new dimension to the festivities, creating a balance between honoring the past and embracing the future. How do these changes reflect the broader shifts in Chinese society? Let's explore how Chinese New Year fits into the modern narrative of China's global rise. Chinese New Year is not only a cultural and familial celebration but also a major economic event. In the years leading up to the holiday, businesses in China and around the world prepare for a seasonal economic boom. As millions of people travel to spend time with their families, the consumer market experiences significant shifts. Retailers and service industries ramp up production and sales, especially for products that are traditionally associated with Chinese New Year celebrations. In China, the weeks leading up to the festival are marked by a sharp rise in consumer spending, from gifts and food to clothing and decorations. This surge in demand is so significant that it's often referred to as the Golden Week, a period when businesses experience some of the highest sales of the year. The impact of Chinese New Year is also felt in global markets. Chinese New Year marks the beginning of a period known as the Chinese New Year lull, when factories in China close for several weeks, causing supply chain delays around the world. In countries with large Chinese populations, businesses adjust their schedules to accommodate the holiday, and global markets may even experience fluctuations in trade and stock markets. But how does this cultural event intersect with business practices and global markets? The celebration of Chinese New Year highlights the unique role of Chinese culture in shaping global economic trends. As more businesses recognize the importance of this holiday, many brands outside China have begun to incorporate Chinese New Year into their marketing campaigns, recognizing its cultural and commercial significance. Is Chinese New Year just a celebration of tradition, or does it hold key insights into the future of global business? Let's take a closer look at how the holiday's economic impact continues to evolve in the modern world. Throughout Chinese New Year celebrations, certain symbols reappear, often in vibrant hues of red. Red envelopes, red lanterns, red clothing. These are some of the most recognizable elements of the holiday. But why is red so important? In Chinese culture, red is considered a color of luck, prosperity, and protection. It's believed to ward off evil spirits and bring good fortune in the year ahead. This symbolic color is rooted in ancient beliefs, dating back to the story of Nian, the mythical beast that could be driven away by the color red. Red is just one example of the rich symbolism that permeates Chinese New Year traditions. Many foods served during the holiday carry symbolic meanings as well. Dumplings, for example, are shaped like gold ingots, symbolizing wealth. Fish is another important dish, representing abundance and prosperity. The number of dishes served during the reunion dinner is also symbolic. For example, serving an even number of dishes is considered lucky, while an odd number could bring bad luck. In addition to food, certain actions and rituals also carry great significance. For instance, on the first day of the new year, people will often refrain from using sharp objects like knives or scissors, believing that doing so could cut off their luck for the year. These traditions serve as reminders of the values that have been passed down through generations, showing how the past continues to shape modern customs. But how do these symbols and rituals evolve in the face of modernization and globalization? Let's look at how the symbolism of Chinese New Year continues to thrive in a rapidly changing world. Chinese New Year has also had a significant impact on the entertainment industry, especially in the world of cinema. For many years, the holiday has been a prime time for the release of blockbuster films in China. The Spring Festival season is one of the most lucrative times for Chinese cinemas, with families flocking to theaters to watch the latest films. These movies often feature themes of family, unity, and renewal, resonating deeply with the holiday's spirit. In fact, Some of the highest-grossing films in China's history have been released during the Chinese New Year period. During this time, studios release films that appeal to a wide range of audiences: action-packed blockbusters, heartwarming family dramas, and comedies. One of the most popular genres during this season is the Chunwan Spring Festival Gala, which features a variety of skits, performances, and entertainment that showcase traditional Chinese culture and modern entertainment. This celebration of Chinese culture in cinema has helped spread Chinese New Year's influence far beyond its original borders, allowing people from around the world to experience the customs and values of the holiday through film. Interestingly, Chinese New Year films are not just about celebrating the holiday. They also reflect the values that shape Chinese society. Themes of filial piety, loyalty, and family bonds are central to many of these films, making them powerful cultural tools. As Chinese cinema continues to gain international recognition, the Chinese New Year film industry plays a crucial role in promoting Chinese culture to the rest of the world. Have you ever wondered how Chinese cinema connects with the global film industry? The rise of Chinese New Year films is part of a broader trend in global entertainment, reflecting China's growing influence on the world stage. Let's explore how these films have helped reshape the global film industry and the cultural conversations that take place around the world. Chinese New Year is not just a celebration of the present, but also a reflection of China's rich cultural heritage. As the world modernizes and changes rapidly, it's easy for traditions to become diluted or lost. However, Chinese New Year has remained a powerful symbol of cultural preservation. The holiday has been instrumental in keeping ancient practices, customs, and rituals alive, passing them down from generation to generation. One of the ways in which Chinese New Year helps preserve cultural heritage is through the transmission of oral traditions. Many of the stories, legends, and myths that are told during the holiday have been passed down orally for centuries. For example, the myth of Nian, the terrifying monster who is defeated by the color red, is a popular tale that is shared every year. These stories are more than just entertainment. They are ways of connecting to the past, teaching younger generations about their ancestors' beliefs, and providing a sense of identity and continuity. Additionally, many of the arts associated with Chinese New Year, such as calligraphy, traditional dance, and folk music, have been passed down through the centuries. These art forms are central to the celebrations and contribute to a sense of national pride. The lion and dragon dances, often performed during parades, are not only visually stunning but also steeped in history. They have been a part of Chinese culture for over 2,000 years, originating as a way to drive away evil spirits and bring good fortune. As Chinese New Year continues to be celebrated by millions of people worldwide, it serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving cultural traditions. But in a world that's increasingly globalized, what does the future hold for these practices? Let's delve into how the holiday continues to evolve while maintaining its cultural integrity. As we move further into the 21st century, Chinese New Year faces new challenges and opportunities in a rapidly globalizing world. In many ways, the holiday has been able to adapt and thrive in modern society, blending the old with the new. Technology has played a key role in reshaping Chinese New Year celebrations, from digital red envelopes to virtual family reunions. These innovations have allowed people to stay connected, even when physical travel is not possible. However, as Chinese New Year becomes more global, there is the question of whether the holiday's traditional values will be preserved. In some cases, commercialization and modernization have led to changes in the way people celebrate. In major cities around the world, the emphasis on shopping and entertainment has become as important as traditional customs. Does this shift in focus threaten the true meaning of the holiday, or is it simply a natural evolution of tradition in the modern world? Some critics argue that the commercialization of Chinese New Year has led to a loss of the holiday's deeper cultural significance. The frantic pace of modern life has made it harder for some people to slow down and reflect on the true meaning of the celebration. Yet, for many, Chinese New Year remains a time to reconnect with their roots and celebrate the enduring values that define Chinese culture. What does the future hold for this beloved holiday? Will it continue to evolve and adapt to the changing world, or will it remain steadfast in its traditions? One thing is certain: Chinese New Year will remain an integral part of Chinese culture, no matter how much the world around it changes. In the next part of our exploration, we'll examine how the role of family in Chinese New Year celebrations continues to evolve, especially as the world faces new challenges in an increasingly interconnected society. As technology continues to reshape every aspect of our lives, Chinese New Year has not been left untouched. From sending digital red envelopes to celebrating virtually with loved ones across the globe, technology has added a modern twist to the ancient festival. The rise of social media and instant messaging apps has made it easier for people to connect with family and friends during the holiday, especially for those who live far away. One of the most noticeable technological advancements in recent years has been the use of mobile apps for sending hongbao, or red envelopes, filled with money. In the past, red envelopes were given in person as a gesture of good luck and blessings. Now, through apps like WeChat, millions of people can send digital red envelopes to their loved ones in just a few clicks. This shift has not only made the practice more convenient but also more widespread, allowing people to continue the tradition even when they are geographically separated. But how has technology changed the way we experience Chinese New Year in a deeper sense? Virtual celebrations, such as live-streamed lion dances, online temple visits, and digital family reunions, have become increasingly popular. These innovations have allowed people to continue celebrating in the face of challenges like the global pandemic. But will these virtual traditions last beyond such crises? How will technology continue to influence the future of Chinese New Year celebrations? Let's explore the ways technology has altered the celebration and how it might continue to do so in the years to come. As we've seen, Chinese New Year has long been a holiday centered around family reunions and honoring one's ancestors. But as the world changes, so too does the nature of family itself. In modern China, the traditional family structure is evolving, with more people moving to cities for work and living far away from their hometowns. This shift has led to changes in how families celebrate Chinese New Year. For some, the long journey back to the family home is not always possible, making virtual reunions a viable option for staying connected. Moreover, as society becomes more individualistic, the emphasis on family during Chinese New Year celebrations may be shifting. In younger generations, there is often more focus on personal aspirations and success than on the collective family unit. Does this reflect a broader shift in societal values, or is it just part of the ongoing evolution of family dynamics? Despite these changes, family remains at the heart of Chinese New Year celebrations. The desire to reunite, to honor loved ones, and to seek blessings for the future is still deeply ingrained in Chinese culture. But what does the future hold for family traditions in a world that's increasingly interconnected and fast-paced? How will Chinese New Year continue to serve as a reminder of the importance of family in our lives? Let's delve deeper into this evolving relationship between family and tradition. At the heart of Chinese New Year lies the theme of resilience. The holiday is not only a time to celebrate the past and present but also a reflection of the strength and endurance of Chinese culture. Over thousands of years, Chinese traditions have survived invasions, dynastic changes, political upheavals, and natural disasters. Yet, through it all, the essential values and customs that make Chinese New Year what it is today have remained intact. Chinese New Year symbolizes the resilience of the human spirit, our ability to adapt, to overcome adversity, and to celebrate life despite challenges. In times of crisis, Chinese communities around the world have turned to the traditions of Chinese New Year for comfort, strength, and unity. This holiday serves as a reminder that no matter what the future holds, the spirit of renewal and hope will continue to guide us forward. As we conclude this exploration of Chinese New Year, we are left with a deeper understanding of its profound significance, not only for Chinese culture but for the world as a whole. It is a celebration of history, family, and culture that continues to shape the present and inspire future generations. Chinese New Year will continue to be a beacon of cultural pride and resilience for years to come, connecting the past to the present and guiding us into the future. As we wrap up our journey through the rich history and timeless traditions of Chinese New Year, we're just getting started. There's so much more to uncover on the Great Chronicles, where history and the modern world collide in the most fascinating ways. Curious about the events that have shaped our present or eager to dive deeper into another captivating story? Let us know what you'd love to see next in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you won't miss the next chapter of history that's waiting for you. Trust us, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Stay tuned for more mind-blowing connections between the past and our world today.